Talk us about what kind of upside there might be for these markets if that actually happens, if we start to see Vietnam finally leap from frontier to emerging. And how soon, is it a matter of months, a matter of years before we actually see some of these reforms and this inflow come in? The magnitude of possible inflows and how long it might be before we see these inflows come in?
I think there's this, like this sort of like a timeline that we always look for. So all the investors are keep on asking us, when can this happen in the matter of months, or how many months? So actually, in terms of reform and putting a new regulatory framework, I do not think that there's a definite timeline for anybody to really track and trace as a KPI. But obviously, the government has already mentioned very clearly from their message that before 2025, that is their aim. And so far in the past, they have been very focused on doing, the reforms, especially in the past 2 years. So there's a lot of meetings, there's a lot of initiatives asking all the brokers, asking all the relevant parties to actually input on, mechanism, on get rid of, the pre-funding requirements, to implement a new trading system that is being pushed, on a very regular basis. So therefore, I think before 2025, we would be able to expect good news on MSCI front, whereas shorter terms, maybe in end of 2024, we're probably going to see good news in the FTSE, FTSE upgrade. In terms of the upside, I think Vietnam is still at a very nascent stage. Despite all the, the good catalysts that we're seeing in terms of the economy, in terms of the growth of the companies, and in terms of, like Vietnam is still a nascent economy, right? Young population, we have a low penetration on almost everything, even the housing market. 90% of the people actually still living in the self-built terrace houses. If you've been to Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, you see that there's a lot of the terrace houses that are still built there, and then people are not yet moving into apartments on the modern mode of housing, right? So there's a lot of penetration there for all the sectors to grow. So I think as foreigners are starting to realizing all those kind of fundamentals, and yet they are able to actually investing in based on their mandates. So that is when you see the upside is coming.